Yo, what's good YouTube? In today's video, we're going to be doing something a little different from our normal content on the channel. Something I've been thinking about a lot recently. And the topic today is whether cameos should return in the next Mortal Kombat or possibly in future NRS games. So, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So, a couple days ago, I was very bored, and as I tend to do when I'm bored, I decide to just tweet what's on my mind. So as you can see on the screen, I tweeted out, imagine if cameos come back in MK2, LOL. And I didn't think anything of it. I kind of left my phone down, and then I looked back at my phone. I got 11,000 views and a bunch of people responding with their opinions. And as you can expect, about 90%, a lot of people are completely against cameos, saying very negative things about the system. But the reason why I really wanted to make this video is because there's actually a good amount of people defending cameos and saying positive things about it and why they think it's a good system. So I kind of wanted to go through some of these tweets and discuss it. I wanted to see YouTube's reaction to having cameos come back and whether you guys want to or not. So without further ado, let's just dive into some of these tweets. So we're going to quickly kind of go through some of these. I'm going to scroll and kind of rapid fire these. I've got Dylan Lloyd here saying, I wouldn't F with it. Automatic no. I'm not even buying the game. Poseidon says, don't wish that evil on us. I'm switching over to Tekken full time. F no. I'll be done with MK for good. Try me. F that. I wouldn't spend a single penny. Hell nah. True Underdog responds saying, that would be the most epic lack of awareness in fighting game history. That one made me laugh. But then you got a real in-depth tweet. This comes from Raijin Drip. Cameos suck ass. I don't care what the idea was, just give us a tag team game with the capability to only play with one character if we choose. Characters need their full movesets, not things taken away. We can work on the properties of things like that. Don't change stuff that completely destroys the character's uniqueness. I miss old Human Smoke and the old Kung Lao. And dear Lord, if Fujin makes it back, please let him be an Airbender, Shaolin, Sauce Master. Obviously, he's a big fan of Fujin. But he does bring up some great points where he hates cameos. And he wants characters that have full movesets, full tools, like don't have to rely on an assist. Don't have to rely on a variation. I think I'm kind of with that. Like I kind of like that idea. Like the older, I guess MK9, I never played it. So the tag system thing, it seems like a really fun thing, but I've never played like MK9 tag like that. I played it at a friend's house, but I feel like that would be a cool idea to come back. But I think I would want characters to just have a bunch of different tools and feel very unique. It almost feels like in this game, like the main roster characters are more like the assists, and the cameos are the main roster characters, because I don't know how you guys feel about that, but it seems like cameos are like there's a meta, right? Obviously there's a main roster meta where you got these main roster best characters in the game, but I think it's more meta cameos, like every character is using these 3 cameos, and that's kind of what you see in every tournament, mostly online. That's kind of what you see. So it just feels like the cameos are really the main character, and your character is kind of just the sidekick, like on the side. So there's a very, very small amount of characters in this game that actually have tools to compete without using an assist, but that's just not the majority. That's definitely in the minority. This person says, first Mortal Kombat since MK9 that I don't play ever. And we got no one will buy the game. So as you can tell, many people are against cameos. But I wanted to dive into some of the people speaking positively about cameos. We got somebody by the name of Relentless Fox. Says, cameos make almost any character viable. I hope they do return. Plus, it gives more lesser known characters a way to be in the game. And I see what he's saying. I see his point. I definitely think that is something that's really cool about MK1. Like, it's not the most perfect system, but it does feel like every character can be somewhat viable. Like I said, we got the metas. You know what the best characters are. We got the tier list. But I feel like in this game more than... I'm going to compare it to MK11, right? You see more of the bottom tier characters being used in this game than in MK11 because you can give a pretty booty cheeks character a busted cameo and all of a sudden like they can kind of compete with other characters, with other teams. So I think he does bring up a pretty interesting point. This person responded to him saying, I don't understand the complaints outside of ambushes. The character variation system has been in MK for the past 3 games. So he's saying he wants change. He's tired of the variation system. He likes the cameos. I don't know how I feel about that because I feel like ambushes are kind of what make it the most fun. I think it's kind of weird. I think it goes both ways because ambushes are what make the game extremely broken because you can just do the most stupid, unsafe thing ever on block and then an ambush is there to protect you. You think you can punish and boom, you get blown up by striker grenades or tremor or whatever and you get full combo for trying to punish. Very, very, very annoying. But at the same time, like, would it be boring? I feel like it would be kind of boring if it was, what are they called? Summon? Are they summon assist? The one where you like do a pose? Kind of looks a little weird, I'm not going to lie. But when your character does a pose, you can't move. Oh, sorry for the zoom in. Your character does like a little pose and then boom, the assist comes out. So, but that would keep it from being very brain dead gameplay. So I kind of see his point, but then also at the same time, I don't. So this guy just straight up said, if this guy says, if we hadn't just lived through 2 years being an example of why this is the absolute worst idea for the direction of Mortal Kombat, then I would see your point of view too. Damn. Then we got my boy Tragic, a fellow Smoke legend. He says, I just hope they give us some variety and creativity in MK2. Cameos ain't great, but I truly don't think I would have been able to play MK11 for 4 years. As someone who did play MK11 4 years, I did have a good time, but I only did that because it was the only game we had. And I did really enjoy that game. But he does bring up a great point where cameos are not great. They're not perfect. They're actually annoying and make me salty and low-key sometimes make me rage. Like I want to break some But what's really cool about cameos and kind of what brings me back to MK1, even when I take breaks, is just the variety in cameos. Like, I always feel like there's something I haven't discovered with a certain cameo. And you guys know I only play Smoke, so it's really fun and satisfying knowing I can play Smoke, but with different assists and in a different way every time I boot up the game. So it brings that creativity, that variety. It's not a perfect system. It's definitely not. But I do see what Tragic is saying. It's kind of what brings players back. And it's also, of course, what made people stop playing the game. But I think it does give that replay factor. It just needs to be a little bit more balanced, or make a few changes. I think that is extremely fun and really, I'm glad that he brought that up because it actually opened my eyes to being like, it's a flawed system, but it's fun. It's fun, you know? Like, if you don't take it too serious, the game can be very fun. Like, when I'm streaming, bro, and I'm playing online, not really caring and just trying to come up with the most ridiculous combos or most insane setups, like, the game is just really fun and it keeps bringing me back. With that being said, I feel like since this is NRS's first time trying assists, I feel like most people expected it to not go too well. But at the end of the day, I lean more towards a 1v1 game for Mortal Kombat because, let's be real, MK1, it is a Mortal Kombat game, but it doesn't really feel like an MK game. Y'all feel me? Like, it doesn't feel like Mortal Kombat. It definitely feels like it was supposed to be Injustice, like the superheroes and their sidekicks, like that's the cameo, that's the assist. Even like the way the art style looks, it looks a little bit too bright for me for it to be MK, but I don't know. I think I just prefer just the one-on-one style of fighting. But with that being said, I want to hear what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about whether cameos should return, if you like the system, if you want cameos to be back and you want to be doing freaking Storm Cell into Cyrax, unsafe stuff into Striker, or do you guys want cameos to never ever return ever again and the next NRS game and we could just move on with our lives and just play one-on-one like NRS games are meant to be played. Let's be real. So let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. First time doing something like this. I'm sure we'll do a lot better in the future if you guys want more videos like this. Yeah, I had fun doing it. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day, your night, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.